Hello everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. I've got another beer review for you and it is of this. This is a collaboration brew between New Bristol Brewery and Extract Coffee Roasters, and they have brewed a coffee and biscotti stout together. It is 5% in a 330 can. I've got to say thank you to Yvette from the Cap in Harleston, the Ampersand Craft Beer Tap Room, or Tap Pub. She's the manager there, and she gave me this beer amongst a couple of others, which I've already reviewed. Yeah, so far so good. New Bristol Brewery then. It's funny because I've literally just come off a text conversation with the Crummy Beard and Chris's Beer Reviews about New Bristol Brewery. They were my second ever direct brewery purchase. So late 2020, early 2021, I can't remember exactly when now. I bought a lot of the beers, including that one right there, which was their Sabro IPA, which was amazing. And their beers were incredible. Absolutely incredible. My mate Jimmy put me onto them. Jimmy Rushworth 92, you probably seen him in the chat on lives. He's a massive beer nerd, and he was like, mate, you need to check these guys out. Bought the beers, loved every single one of them. Since then, I've had a few New Bristol Brewery beers, and I've enjoyed some, and I've not enjoyed some. The latest beer I've had from them was out the Trembling Madness Advent Calendar towards the end of the Advent Calendar, and if I remember rightly, it was like pretty average. I don't think I gave it that high a score, but I've had other beers just before that, and they from New Bristol Brewery, and they were quite average as well. I'm really hoping that they haven't got too big too quickly, like the conversation I've just had on WhatsApp with the guys. I'm hoping they haven't got too big too quickly and they've been able to retain some sort of quality. I really hope so, because like I say, this just because it was my second ever brewery purchase, they've always just had a nice little place in my heart for some reason. Right, I've got my big Twisted Hops stemmed Allegra glass that I'm going to use now. Coffee and Biscotti Stout. If it's a collaboration brew with a coffee roaster, I am imagining that it's going to be really, really coffee heavy. Biscotti biscuits, they go with coffee perfectly, don't they? If you're in your local coffee shop, do they go together in beer? Biscotti biscuits are an Italian biscuit or cookie or whatever you want to call it, almond in flavour, which should complement the coffee quite well. But let's see. Let's get it in the glass and see what we get. Always amazes me how much you seem to get out of these 330 cans. Boom, there we go. Looks great. Looks absolutely brilliant in the glass. What have we got then? We've got a jet black beer, no light bleeding through that at all. A lovely dark, tighty, brown head. That looks decent. Let's get an aroma then. Come on, please be good. Definitely coffee and definitely almond, but it's almost got like a, I want to say Turkish delight, sort of rose aroma to it. No, it's gone. It's gone. It was there, but it's gone. Almond, coffee, caramel, toffee. There is a slight rose flavour. There is a slight rose aroma to there, like something quite floral. Smells nice and boozy, although it's only 5%. Smells pretty good. It's time to go in. Cheers, everybody. That's okay. That's okay. The coffee meets you at the door and it gives you a punch in the face. There is almond, it is biscuity, it is slightly malty, and there is a rose flavour. They all happen quite fast. Those flavours are all kind of very much together. Then the middle of this beer doesn't do too much. And then that coffee note comes in again. And it is rose. It is rose. It's a floral, almost candied Turkish Delight style rose flavour at the back. Relatively low bitterness. Although it's a coffee and biscotti beer, it's never really overly sweet. When I saw the flavours, I was like, oh, is it going to be too sweet? It's never really overly sweet. It's quite a balanced beer in that respect, between the sweetness and the bitterness. Yeah, it's definitely rose for me. It's just an odd flavour. Just an odd flavour that you wouldn't expect. But it's okay. And going back to that discussion previously about New Bristol Brewery. Yeah, the first ever stout I had from them was a Cinder Toffee Stout in one of its original forms, and it was out of this world. It was out of this world. I've had the slightly stronger version since, and it was decent enough. But this just isn't near that level for me. It's just not near that level. Because that was up there. Like, I will say, that was up there. New Bristol Brewery, the first time I tried them, they set the bar way up there. This beer, it's okay. There's that slightly floral, like I say, Turkish Delight style flavour in there that I actually quite like. Turkish Delight. It's just a bit unexpected. The almond is there, the biscuit is there, but it's never really there enough for me. The coffee does dominate this beer slightly at the start and slightly at the finish. It's not overly sweet, which I do appreciate. It's just not really top draw what I remember. It's funny because I didn't want to come into this beer review with a thing in my head. I built the beer up. I really like New Bristol Brewery, but I do agree with what the guys have been saying. Let's have a quick look. Geez, the text is small. Contains barley, oats, wheat, coffee, biscotti. Taste coffee and biscotti, hops or skink goldings. Inspired by the delicious Italian pairing, coffee and biscotti stout is brewed with a bevy of dark malts, biscotti and coffee beans from our friends at Extract Coffee. Pure class in a glass. New Bristol Brewery, obviously in Bristol. It's not bad, but it screams lower quality when you look at the stuff that I originally had a few years ago that, like I say, up there. They were up there. Now, that's just a bit of an average flavoured stout now. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Like I say, I just had my thing up there. I'm going to give that a 2.5 out of 5. Come on, New Bristol, please. Unless I'm just getting unlucky, please give us some. If you can get back to there, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. Yeah, guys, thanks very much. Get in the comments, let me know what you think of New Bristol Brewery. If I'm being unfair or not, I might be, I don't know. Like and subscribe, guys, if you'd be so kind. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.